Hi, I'm Brandy McDonald. I'm a features and entertainment writer with the Oklahoman and News OK, and today I have in the studio with me Gregory Jerome. He is the founder and organizer of the Oklahoma Hip Hop Festival, the inaugural Oklahoma Hip Hop Festival.
Yes.
And that's coming up on the 18th and 19th. Tell us a little bit about where you're going to be with the Oklahoma Hip Hop Festival and what people can see there.
Actually, we're going to be on Film Row. We're going to be at the Paramount on 700th block of Sheridan, downtown Oklahoma City. There can be an expectation of a full vibe of hip-hop culture. So hip-hop heads, non-hip-hop heads can come out and experience the elements of hip-hop, DJ, graffiti, b-boying, MC, and even some poetry as well. So they can also expect to have community engagement with it, with these elements as well.
Okay. I understand that there's going to be breaker battles, and that's all I needed to know. So.
Yes, absolutely. We're actually bringing in some iconic b-boys from Los Angeles. We're bringing in b-boy Smirk, and we also bringing in b-boy Frankie Flav out of California as well. Yeah,
and you have some local MCs that are fairly well known, including yourself, who will be on the lineup. So talk to us a little bit about.
I don't know if I'm that guy, but
well,
sure.
I know you. So.
Yeah, we. Of course, we're going to have J.B. Williams to come out and perform. Yet we're going to have some up-and-coming stars: Chief Peace, Fresh. We have Candace Liger, who's coming on as a poet. We have Timmy B. We have many DJs from Oklahoma that are international DJs as well. So it's going to be an experience with all of these individuals coming out and performing to be like in one building.
And there's a strong educational focus because you're going to have some workshops going on, as well as art making and music performances and breaking. You're going to have some workshops going on as well. So
right. So we're going to have workshops in graffiti. We'll have workshops in creative writing for as local development. We're also going to have workshops in breaking. So we're going to teach individuals the fundamentals of each element, just a baseline of it all, so they can understand and kind of grasp it and engage.
And I understand the festival is actually a fundraiser for a program that you have created. So talk a little bit about the Elemental Hip Hop program.
The Elemental Hip Hop program is basically a program that is designed for after school hours from 3 to 6. What we do is we work with nonprofit organizations, we work with schools, elementary schools, we work with camps and other community centers as well. What this program is designed to do is actually to bring in the 4 distinct elements of hip hop that we've discussed previously. And actually it's performance based. So these students actually go through a process and they actually perform the skills that they've learned within this program. And so it creates a transformation within the community because the parents get to come out and they get to witness. And so anybody from the community can come in and watch these performances as well. So it's actually like a very community engagement type of program for the students to be involved in. They can actually identify and see how it really works.
One of the things that you and I have talked about is the misconceptions that a lot of people have about the hip-hop culture, that people, particularly maybe in Oklahoma, have about the hip-hop culture, and sort of misunderstandings that they have brought down from sort of corporate hip-hop music and things like that. Can you talk about the 4 principles of hip-hop and how that's a lifestyle?
Yeah, so the 4 principles of hip-hop: peace, love, unity, and having fun. That's what hip-hop was created for. Hip-hop is a form of self-expression in a positive format. A lot of people don't understand that knowledge because they have the lack of history about the actual culture itself. So that's something that we really want to make sure we emphasize on with this, because the corporate hip-hop, it tarnishes communities, it tarnishes the educational system, self-esteem, things of that. I mean, it's not really healthy or fruitful to individuals to be corporate hip-hop, because it's a money-making machine, I call it.
Right. But this is something that's much more of a sort of a community philosophy that people can kind of embrace as a lifestyle that has a lot of positive sort of influence. That's part of what you want to communicate with the festival, I guess.
Right. It's to let people like experience it. Once you experience something, then you'll have a whole different take on it. It's just like if you go out to eat and you get a brand new dish, maybe you'll like it or maybe you won't. But if you enjoy it, you're gonna be like, wow, I've never had anything like this before. I want more of it. And so it's just giving them the opportunity to like hands-on experience it, to smell it, breathe it, walk it, feel it. It's everything.
And this is something that the community has not had before, a hip hop festival like this. So I guess this is an opportunity that you really feel like is reaching out to the community to get a chance to give them an outlet to experience the culture.
Absolutely. The festival is actually the first of its kind as far as design. You have numerous hip hop festivals, yet it focuses on like emceeing for the most part, or it has one or two elements. This actually brings all four elements under one roof, meeting place.
Right. So you have all of the dance and the art and the music as well. So you want to bring kind of all together.
Right.
So, you told me an interesting story about going into a church and bringing some of your music. And so to emphasize that this is kind of an all ages event for young and old. Tell me a little bit about the story of the 68-year-old gentleman, Italian gentleman, I think it was, that you introduced to some hip hop.
Yes, actually, I went up to Camden, New Jersey, and I visited my uncle's church actually, and performed a few songs for the congregation. And I performed one of my favorite songs I love to perform is Belafonte. And so I performed it. So after the fact, we all went and we had dinner. We ate at the church. And so Al is his name, and he's 68, Italian guy. And so I was sitting across a table from him, and he raised his hand and he asked me to come here. And so I went. And so when I approached him, he took my hand. He was like, "Son, I love what you're doing. It's very inspirational. It's motivation, and you're making a change. Don't stop what you're doing. Continue to go, no matter what people say." And it seemed like he gave me his blessing because he gave me a kiss on the cheek. And I guess that's what Italian guys do. So that's part of the culture. So I took it, and and I thanked him for his blessing, and we went on. So it shows me that that hip hop is not only for the young, millennials. It's also for a much older generation as well.
Right. And you're actually raising funds to put the festival on through a GoFundMe account. So how can people get more information on the festival and find out about the GoFundMe account?
They can also log on to the OklahomaHipHopFestival.com website, but there's also the GoFundMe link, which is OKHHFest at GoFundMe, so they can go there as well. And there's bonuses and perks of donating, actually.
All right. So hip hop with perks.
That's right.
It's not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal.
And you guys can look for more information about the Oklahoma Hip Hop Festival. I have a story, an interview that I did with Gregory at News OK, and also in the Oklahoman. Thanks so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you for having me.